the house. And sir, I don't know if you, I should, okay, I'll read this out for you, sir. Then we welcome him to the class. Introduction of trainer. Mr. Moses Chukwudi Okori is a dedicated and ambitious data analyst with a strong academic background in computer science. He holds a national diploma in computer science from Federal Polytechnic, Auchi, and a Bachelor of Science Education in Computer Science from Nnamdi Azikiwe University. He possesses a comprehensive understanding of computer systems, programming language, and data analysis techniques. His expertise in Python, SQL, Pandas, and Mat- Matplotlib and Seaborn enables him to effectively collect, analyze, and interpret complex data sets. Sir Okori, we want to welcome you to our training. Can you please say us a hi before we continue?
Hi, you're welcome. My name is Okore Moses. I'm a data analyst and a facilitator to this community. And I welcome you guys for this great journey. And only few people came to class, and I we like to hear from you guys. So, and I still saw one name is Fatih, and the other ones I don't know his name. The Olawale something like that. So can you just speak us?
Okay, I think this should be
Hello.
Mrs. I don't know, or Miss Fatsi, please. We want to hear you speak. The two students in class today,
Hello.
we want to hear you say hi to us.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Okay, you can speak. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
My name is Fatima Abakar. I'm an undergraduate of statistics, and I'm also a data analyst, but not that deep. I'm still learning.
All right.
Okay,
We are
you're
happy.
welcome.
Welcome, ma'am.
So we would like to hear for the other.
Um, we want to hear from Hanu Oluwapo. Please, can you speak up so that we know that you're in class, and we want to hear your name, and just a little
Good,
about yourself.
good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Ajayi Mercy.
Oh, Mercy. Good evening,
Yes,
Mercy.
good evening.
I was finding it really difficult to pronounce the name on the screen.
Yes, that's the Yoruba interpretation. So
Can you
just call me
pronounce?
Mercy. Anu
Okay.
Oluwapo.
All right. All right. You're welcome to class.
Thank you.
All right. So, okay, I was doing the introduction, and we had introduced the chief facilitator, Mr. Moses Okuri, and I'm going to move on to myself now. I am Savio Ape Yimam, that's my name. I'm a detail-driven data analyst and a medical student at Benue State University, Makurdi. With a unique blend of analytical expertise and medical knowledge, I excel at transforming complex data into actionable insights that inform decision making. My passion for technology and data analysis fuels my goal of harnessing data driven solutions to tackle real world challenges in healthcare and beyond. Through my journey, I've developed a strong foundation in data analysis, and I am excited to share my knowledge with you. My expertise in Python, Pandas, Matplotlib, and Seaborn enables me to effectively collect, analyze, and interpret complex data sets. So yeah, this is me in the picture here. I believe we can all see. Okay, before I continue with the class, I would like to have responses anytime that thank you, that's what I was about saying. Anytime that I ask a question, you can unmute and respond, or you can either show a reaction, maybe a thumbs up. You can either give a thumbs up or a clap or a smile or a heart. As the case may be, I believe we can all understand and hear what I'm saying. All right, so let's continue. So now this is Python. Okay, this is Python for data analysis. This is our curriculum. Data analysis. That's when we start considering what data analysis is. We do overview of key concepts and applications of data analysis in healthcare, finance, marketing. Then we'll move to data science workflow. We'll talk about problem definition, we'll talk about data collection, cleaning, analysis, modeling, and deployment. We'll talk about the meaning of data, what is data mongling, wrangling, and cleaning, and then how do they differ from each other, and what are the difference. We'll move to what is Python and how is it better than other data analytics models. Install Anaconda and Jupyter. This is what we're doing for week 1. Then week 2, we'll do introduction to other programming integrated development environment. That's IDE. We'll do a little explanation on VS Code, PyCharm, Google Colab. But basically, we are going to be using Google Colab for our data analysis classes. So we'll talk about basic Python syntax instruction on the various integrated development environment. We'll move to introduction to Python basics, Python syntax. We'll start talking about variables, rules of declaring variables, data types and operators, Python data structure. We'll move to string operation and list. So this is what we're going to do in week 2. Week 3, we'll move to Python data structure, count/control flow. We'll talk about dictionaries, sets, and tuples. We'll do something about the if and else statement. We'll talk about switch and break, control flow and function, and count function. Talk about for and while loops. We'll define what a function is. We call functions, and we'll move to this functions, count, Python class and objects, argument, parameters, introduction to classes and objects. Week 4, class definition, class attributes like methods, class inheritance, object creation, object attribute, working with libraries, talk about NumPy, pandas, introduction to project. What we're going to do for the next 4 weeks. Then after this, we'll have a project. We'll give a project that you have to work on. We'll give you and you defend to check your performance and everything. So if you have been following me all this while, I would like to see a thumbs up. Let me see a thumbs up if the curriculum meets what you are expecting. If it meets what you have been expecting to see from good. See, yeah, faith, something. All right, that's nice. That's nice. So we dive straight into the class. So now the first thing we're going to treat. Before I continue, okay, Sir Moses.
Okay,
Hmm?
please, before we start, I want to hear from Soto, and Soto have not speak, so I want to hear from Soto, okay?
Sir, we didn't hear what you said.
I said I want to hear from Soto, and Soto have
Hello,
not
Sir
speak
Moses.
anything.
Okay,
I
yeah,
said I
some
want to,
to
Good evening.
yeah, sir,
Can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you.
so you can speak. So
I'm
what is
um
your name? Where are you from? Are you a data
I'm
analyst before on? So just
I'm in
give me
class.
a brief, just give me brief details about you, okay? Sonto, can you give me brief details about you? So just okay.
Okay. Some to Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you. I think his
Oh no,
line is
we can hear
breaking.
you. We
I
can
think
hear
his
you.
line is having network challenge. Okay, Savior, can you continue?
All right, sir. Let me continue. So, all right. From the curriculum, we have done the first thing, which is the introduction. And so now we are going to week one. It's expected that by the end of this week, we should have covered all of these. By the end of this week, it's expected that we should have covered all of these. So we are starting with the very first one. Who is a data analyst? Um, I'd like to hear from any of you people, from anybody at all. Who is a data analyst? Maybe Mercy, Somto, or Faiti, anybody at all. Who do you think a data analyst is? Before I give you my own definition of who a data analyst is, who do you think a data analyst is? Can I have a response, please? Let's not be silent. Let's make the class a little bit interactive. Even if you don't know, let me just hear I don't know, or let me just hear something so that I'll know I'm not the only one in class. Who do you think a data analyst is? Hello?
Is
Do I
Mercy
still
still
have
in
people?
class? Hello, Mercy, are you still in class? And I see that you do not have any network issue, so I don't know why you are still mute. You can just throw more light on what is analyst or who is a data analyst, okay? I guess it's having network issue, okay?
Okay. Then I think I should continue.
Yes, continue.
All right. So Who is a
I'm
data
here.
analyst?
Okay, you
Hello.
can speak. You can speak.
Is a professional that collect and analyze data in order to help organization.
Awesome,
Oh.
awesome. That's nice. Awesome. Mercy, you did a great job. Basically, that's what a data analyst is. A data analyst is, yes, he's a professional. And data analyst, I hope you guys, sorry, before I continue, I hope you brought your pens and your book to class because it is it's expected that you should come to class with pens and book. Samosis, you want to say something?
No, sorry, you can continue. Sorry.
Okay. Please, when you guys are coming to class, ensure to bring your books and pens because some of the points we are going to be talking about, you have to write them so that when we give you assignment, we give you project works, you'll be able to do them without stress. So I go straight to who a data analyst is. As Mercy rightly said, a data analyst is a professional who specializes in gathering, cleaning, and analyzing data. Is a professional who specializes in gathering, cleaning, and analyzing data. They don't just gather, they clean, and they analyze data. Maybe later we'll understand the other aspect of cleaning and stuff like that. Now, why is the cleaning and analyzation done? To extract meaningful information or insight. I think we are following. I believe we are all following. A data analyst is a professional. He specializes in gathering, cleaning, and analyzing data. Why does he do that? He gathers and cleans data to extract useful information or insight. And this too doesn't end here. The insight and information that he gains from the data he has gathered, cleaned, and analyzed is to help to make meaningful informations or decisions. Is to help an organization make meaningful informations and or decisions. For instance, in CM Tech, we try our best to break things down to a very barest minimum that even a little child, a child of 3 years old, should be able to understand. So I'll be making use of very familiar examples so that each and every one of us will understand. Even if they wake you up from bed, you should be able to tell us who a data analyst is. For instance, it's like let's say you are a female and yeah, females could do a lot of cooking activities. So if you are going to bring data analysis to the kitchen environment, it's more like you try to gather information about the cooking implement you have, maybe the items that you have to cook, and it's from those items that help you to decide on information. That is, it help you to decide on the meal to cook. Because if you want to cook rice and you go to your kitchen and all of a sudden you discover that the rice there is finished, but then you have beans, it means the information or what you have for that moment is beans, and you'll be able to what to cook beans. So now a data analyst, he specialized in getting information, gathering data, not information. He gathers data, and from his data, he's able to clean the data, analyze the data, and to extract meaningful information from it. From that information, he's able to what? Have a decision, an informed decision on what to do to help an organization or a center. I believe we are all following. If you are following, let me see a thumbs up. If you are following, let me see a thumbs up. Good. So we can continue. So that being said, we'll move to the next thing. what are the necessary tools that a data analyst work with? Now, there are various tools by a data analyst work with, various tools. And a second, please. All right. There are various tools a data analyst work with. So some of these tools, they include a data analyst work with tools such as, now, before I begin to mention the tools, I'd like us to understand that these tools, they are just like I was talking about the kitchen environment, for instance. Those tools that enhance your cooking, for instance, the pots that you are using to cook, the burner, if you are using a burner or a gas cooker, or for those who use firewood, or whatever the case may be, those things that you use to enhance your cooking activity, those are the tools we're talking about here in data analysis. So the data analysis work with some certain tools, and one of the tools, or one among few of the tools they work with first, is Python. Python is one of the data analysis tool that every data analyst must have. It's very popular, and it sells different programming language. Is a must-have tool in data analysis. Python is like a pot. If you are cooking, you cannot talk about cooking without having a pot, right? Yes. So a pot doesn't mean it must be a frying pan too. We can say is a pot in that case. I believe we are following. A frying pan too, we can say is a pot. A pot itself. So it's a must-have tool. Python is a must-have tool in data analysis that every person who is engaged in programming language must have, engaged in data analysis must have. There are actually 10 of these sorry, did I say 10 now? Yeah, there are actually 10 of these tools, but I would like you guys to Mercy, can you share your screen? I don't know. Can you share your screen so that, but if you can't, let's just continue so that we don't waste much time. I was saying there are basically 10 of these data analysis tools, and I will just mention a few, and the others you can go and do little research about it, because here indeed in CM Tech we teach you things that are going to be important for you, and then we also give you assignment to do little work on yourself so that you can also groom yourself. Oh, I spoke on Python. The next one is R programming. We have SQL, we have Julia, we have Excel. Yeah, we cannot talk about data analysis without talking about Excel. Microsoft Excel, it doesn't need much introduction because most of us are already familiar with this. But it's a classic tool in data analysis that many people who have really been good uh, in it, they make good use of it also. And the next online is Spark. We have Power BI. We're going to be using Power BI in our training. We use it, this Power BI is used specifically to visualize data, for data visualization. And let me read what I wrote here. Say Power BI is a cloud-based business analytics solution. It allows you to combine data sources, analyze them, and present data analysis through visualization, reports, and dashboards. That is, Power BI gives you an avenue for you to visualize the written data. It gives you an avenue to put it either in a pie chart, to keep it either in histogram, you can keep it in tabular form, or as the case may be. Okay, there are different reasons why Power BI is very, very important to us. Um, Power BI is very adaptive and friendly user experience. Is very friendly to use. You don't need much of expertise in it for you to be able to go around it. So Power BI, we are going to be using it in our training. We have Tableau. Tableau can is also used for visualization as well. We have Data Lab and Google BigQuery. So these are the first 10 data analytic tools that every data analyst must work with through their journey. So we are going to move to the next point. Who does an analyst work with? I'd like to hear from Mercy. You are the only one in class, so I'll be asking you some questions. Please don't be offended. We're here to learn together. If in case you don't have exact answer to give, just let me know and we'll flow together. So the next thing we're talking about is, who does an analyst work with? From our definition of who a data analyst, who do you think, Mercy, who do you think a data analyst work with?
They work they work with organizations.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you are correct. You are correct. A data analyst, he works with different variety of professions. He work with businesses. He work with he work with organizations. A data analyst work with data engineers, data scientists. It work with software developers. Mercy, please, can you mute if you are not
So,
talking?
so
Yeah,
sorry, so sorry. My children.
all right. We move. As I was saying, a data analyst work with different organizations, as you rightly said. They work with data engineers, work with data scientists, software developers, and he even work with other analysts. Now, they help, they collaborate with others to help in finding out and to produce proper decision making in an organization. So before I go, I would like to give this thing an example. For instance, in the medical field, as a medical student, most times when um, doctors are about to perform a surgery, for instance, you don't really see a single doctor in the theater. Most times you see like three doctors, professional doctors, then you still see medical students around. Now, what they do is they help to think, they work together, they are thinking together to ensure that they have a common goal to save the life of their patient. Bringing this back home, a data analyst work with data engineers, data scientists, and organizations so that they can maximize the output in an organization. It the data it gets from a particular organization, it help that data analyst to be able to provide useful information that will do what? The information help the organization to prefer solution and to increase the level of profit for those analysts that work in those organizations, in those firms. It help them to increase their level of profit and stuff like that. So I believe we are all following. The next point now is, what does a data analyst do? We are talking on this now. Having explained thus far, it's so unfortunate that okay, Isa, welcome to class. Please, I would like to hear you speak. Isa, welcome to class. Can you speak, please?
Thank you, sir.
How have you been? Give me how
I'm
have you
doing
been?
good, sir. I'm doing
Okay,
good, sir.
okay. Let just give us a little background about you, your name, and a little not what have you learned or what did you know about data analysis so far?
Well, my name is Isa Shaibu, a level 200 computer science at the University for Development Studies, Tamale. Well,
Okay,
what I know about data analysis, someone who takes insight from data and try to make it simple and then makes it understanding to users, or try to make insight from data and make it useful so that people can easily work with it.
awesome, awesome, awesome. That's nice. Somto, welcome back. It seems you've been having a lot of network challenges there. Sorry about that. So we're trying to explain and we're trying to explain. So for those of you who just came in, let me just use this 1 minute just to say what we have done before you guys came. Before you came, I did an introduction. I did introduction. This is the facilitator, the co-facilitator. I did an introduction of what we are going to be learning from week one to the last. So that was what we're doing. So today, at this moment, we're on the question, what does a data analyst do? And I believe we all have clear understanding on this because when I heard what Isa answered, I knew that this question was already answered by each and every one of us. And I wouldn't like to assume. So I would like Somto, please can you tell us what do you think about this particular question? What does a data analyst do? Because the question was answered right from the beginning. So each and every one of us should be able to say something. What does a data analyst do? Sasomto, please can you speak up?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I, for my own understanding, I would say data analyst is someone that uses data to provide solution. He or she analyzes data, uses to solve a problem or provide solution to a particular problem. Thank you. Did you hear me?
Sorry, I don't know. Sorry, I didn't get you. Can you say it again?
Okay, I would say from my own understanding, I would say a data analyst is someone that uses data to provide a solution. He or she analyzes the data, uses it to solve a particular problem or give an insight to a problem. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for your response. That was nice. That was wonderful. So we'll move to the next question. What is the difference between a data analyst, a data engineer, and a data scientist? So I'd like to throw this back to you. Isa, please can you share your screen with us? Is it possible for you to share your to search this particular question on Google for us? First of all, you search what a data analyst, who a data engineer is. You search who a data scientist is. Then we try to differentiate them and who a data analyst is. So, it's I'd like to hear from you. Can you share your screen with us? Isa, can you do that so that I can tell me so that if you are doing it, I'll stop sharing until I stop sharing before you share.
It seems I'm having problem with my screen sharing. Let me just.
Okay, you can't share if I'm sharing. No, I'll have to stop sharing for you to share.
Yeah.
Okay, then let me stop sharing. All right, try it now. I've stopped sharing.
I'm still trying.
But do you know where you can do it? You know where to get it right? It's at the lower side. After the
Yeah.
mic, after the video, then we have start sharing. Start screen sharing. It seems that it's taking you a little time. All right, nevertheless.
So I don't know what's wrong with my system, but I'm trying to share it, and then if I click on the share, it still remains stable.
Okay. All right, never. Okay, let's just continue. So we don't spend too much time on one thing. But give me a second. Let me share my screen back. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So, well, on this particular question, what is the difference between a data analyst, a data engineer, and a data scientist? There are there are there are a whole lot of differences. Check on please. Let me check something. Okay, yeah. So there are a whole lot of differences between a data analyst. I would like us to consider who a data scientist is first of all. So now, a data scientist, a data scientist depends directly on a data analyst. That is, a data scientist performs tasks falling in the realm of predictive and prescriptive analytics. I'm coming. Let's check this on the net. Like us to do a little search. So check who is a data scientist. Somto, please, can you read what is on the screen for us? Somto, are you in class?
Yes, I'm class.
Okay, then read what's on the screen for us.
Sorry. A data scientist is a professional who uses expert who uses their expert in statistics, programming, domain knowledge to extract meaningful insights from data. They analyze
I
data,
can't hear you. I
develop
can't hear
models,
you.
and
You say what?
hear me now.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, a data scientist is a professional who uses their experts in statistics, programming, and domain knowledge to extract meaningful insights from data. They analyze data, develop models, and communicate findings to help organizations make informed decisions and solve complex problems.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. You read well. So that's who a data scientist is. Now let's search who is a data engineer. Mercy, please, can you read for us? Read what's on the screen. Who is a data engineer? Mrs. Mercy, please, can you read for us? Okay, I don't like us to waste time. I believe you are in class. Please, we don't like situations where students come to class and mute and they're out. It's expected that everyone should be in class. Okay, so let me read and explain. A data engineer is an IT professional who designs, builds, and maintains the infrastructure for managing and processing data within an organization. They are responsible for creating systems to collect, store, transform, and analyze large amounts of data, making it usable for various purposes like businesses, analysis, and machine learning. Now, I'd like us to see that from this definition, they say a data engineer is a professional who designs, builds, and maintains the infrastructure for managing and processing data within an organization. This simply means that a data engineer is comes before a data analyst. He's the one that creates the tools by which he's the one that builds up those tools that a data engineer or a data analyst makes use of. Now, I want to break this down also to the simplest minimum, to the barest minimum, so that we will understand. For instance, I was making good example of cooking, for instance, cooking. So the person that creates the pot in this instance is seen as the data engineer, because without the data engineer, there will be no collection of data, there will be no storing of data, and there will be no analyzation of data. So the data engineer has a very important role in performing in data analysis. Meanwhile, a data analysis simply interpret and visualize the data and extract actionable insights for decision making. I believe we all understand the difference between a data engineer and a data scientist. I mean a data analyst. Those are the differences between a data analyst and a data scientist. Let's move to the next question. Think we have answered this question. What is data analysis? Overview of key concepts in healthcare and finances. Now, before I move to the next aspect, I would like us to know that there are four types of data analysis. There are four types of data analysis. Please, let's all type 4. If you are following me, type 4 in the comment section. I want to see 4. 4, 4, 4, 4. There are 4 types of data analysis. 4. Let me see 4. 4. Good. Good. About a particular business firm or organization. So the first descriptive analytic method that is going to carry out is the fact that what was the average revenue for the month, or let's say what was the average rainfall for the month of rain doesn't usually fall in January in my part of the world where I'm staying. So let's say what's the average rainfall in May, since we're in May and May is my birthday. So since we're in May, what's the average rainfall in May? Now the question what happened is answered. Or again, how many children between the ages of 2 and 10 attended class? Or since okay, how many students attended the class CM Tech's first class today? For this cohort 4, how many students attended? These are questions that if they are being answered to, they kind of bring a description. Because if we answer the number of students who attended class today, we are going to be giving a description, and to it's more like a description to someone. So I'm going to be telling my boss that okay, this is what happened. 4 students or 3 students, as the case may be, attended to this class. So it's describing what happened during the class. Or the average revenue for the month was this. Is describing the average revenue for the month. Again, How many countries were affected by the COVID-19 pandemic? That's another question that can help us to describe the effect of the pandemic that happened. I'd like us to know that descriptive analytics is the first layer of is the first data analysis. It is the first layer of information that you can get that you have collected, either within or without adding data from other sources. I believe we are all following. If you are following, like to see a reaction, like to see a reaction in the comment section. If you are following, see a reaction. If you are following, I'd like to see a reaction. Somto, Mercy, Isa, I believe you are all following. So let me have your reactions. Maybe a thumbs up. Good, 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 good. Thank you for the response. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we move. The second type of data analysis is this: diagnostic analytics. Now, diagnostic analytics. This one talks about why did this happen. Remember, the first talked about what happened. The second one is trying to find the reason for what happened. When you have an overview of a particular data set or what your samples look like, you might want to know why certain things happen. For instance, the question of how many countries were affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, a lot of countries were affected. We all know there are a lot of countries were affected during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, the question is, diagnostic analytics is going to try to find out the reason why so many countries were affected, because there are other diseases that don't spread as much as that. They don't spread as much as what happened during that particular year. So now, diagnostic analytics is going to try to find out what was the reason. Why did it happen as much? And then it also tries to say, could there be, yeah, okay. So now, that's what I was saying. We can go from step to step to deeper questions. And in the process of asking questions of what happened, why what happened, we'll try to get information in the process of our analysis. Okay, I think somebody is raising their hand. So, Sir Moses, you want to say something?
I'll thank you for joining. I think we have already spent an hour. We are supposed to spend an hour, okay? And
All right.
Azaya Shaibu, I want to hear from you before we round up this class. Shaibu.
Hello.
Okay, I want to hear from you. I want to hear about you and just give me a summary about you, okay?
Okay, like I said earlier, I'm Isa Shaibu, level 200 computer science student at the University for Development Studies.
Okay, you're welcome. And
Thank you.
so we are going to round up this class. We have already given the introduction to this class and we have already displayed the curriculum. This class training runs from Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you understand what I said.
Yes, sir.
So it runs from Monday, so everyone is expected to. Okay, and instructor Silvio, I think we can end up this class. Okay, tomorrow we'll continue. Thank you.
All right, sir. All right, sir.
So good night,
So,
everyone.
all right. See you guys
Okay.
tomorrow. We'll
Good night.
continue. we'll continue from here tomorrow. Please, let's
Okay,
come to
thank you.
class early. We want to try our best and cover as much as we can within these 4 weeks. So let's come to class early. Let's come to class early. Very important.
Very important.
Good night and see you guys
All
tomorrow.
right.
Good night and see you guys tomorrow.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.